Donald Trump has just signed an executive order to establish a strategic Bitcoin reserve and a nationwide digital asset stockpile. And on today's video, I am of course exactly going to be breaking down what does this exactly mean here, what are we going to be expecting next year, and more importantly, why isn't Bitcoin right now not skyrocketing towards 200 or 300,000 US dollars after this executive order came to the market. So I'm going to be exactly break down all the most important parts about this exact executive order, what is likely going to be happening next year, because Cynthia Lummis also stating that this is only the beginning and that more is to come later today at the Crypto White House Summit. So I'm going to be breaking it all down on today's update video. I'm going to be talking about the most important charts and patterns and consolidation phases which we are literally creating right now. But of course, the most important part, I am going to be doing a deep dive in towards the strategic Bitcoin and crypto reserves. So without any further ado, don't forget to once again slap up that like button back above 1,000 likes. That will be highly appreciated. And let me jump straight away in towards this very, very important update video, which you need to understand. So only yesterday evening, unfortunately I was asleep because it was in the middle of the night for me, Trump signed an executive order to establish a strategic Bitcoin reserve and a national digital asset stockpile. And what does this exactly mean here? Because a lot of people got confused. We saw a lot of people making statements that the United States of America is not going to be buying any Bitcoin, but they're going to be holding the Bitcoin that they seized from previous criminal or civil cases as reserves. But there's a very big important difference to understand between the Bitcoin reserve and the digital asset stockpile, because the US digital asset stockpile is basically literally all the seized Bitcoin from all criminal cases, also with altcoins. They're going to hold it on their stockpile to of course have some value over there. And in the strategic Bitcoin reserve, the treasury will be coming up on a way how to develop a budget in the next coming 30 days on how to acquire more Bitcoin in a tax-friendly way here. So they are definitely going to be accumulating Bitcoin, but only in the strategic Bitcoin reserve. And in the US digital asset stockpile, they're not going to be accumulating anything. They're just going to be holding the seized Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. And for example, right now, the US government already has over 200,000 Bitcoins, which is of course absolutely insane here. And this will literally cost, because they're not going to sell it, this is literally going to cost worldwide FOMO, because the United States is right now sitting on 200,000 Bitcoins, and this is sending a message to the rest of the world. And this could potentially mean that very well big countries like China are also going to start accumulating Bitcoin, because they have to if the United States of America is going to be doing so. And honestly, of course, we had El Salvador, but this is the first big country that is of course aping in towards Bitcoin. And yeah, there are some other very important details as well to understand. We of course saw some news here also coming out from the White House, and literally during the signing, the White House was stating that Bitcoin is digital gold, and they said there will be a strategic advantage of being the first of a lot of other nations to create a strategic Bitcoin reserve. So literally what they're stating is that most likely other countries are going to feel the FOMO, and they're going to be also starting to accumulate more Bitcoin. So ultimately, a lot of very bullish things here. And to come very close towards some more important news here, later today, I will do a live stream on the Crypto White House Summit, but just 30 minutes before the Crypto White House Summit will start, Donald Trump will be signing even more executive orders. And the consensus is right now, at least these are not confirmed things here, that he will be announcing the 0% capital gains on Bitcoin and cryptos from the United States of America. And honestly, if this is going to be happening, it's going to be making really the United States of America a very tax-friendly place for crypto. And yeah, that is just honestly going to be great for the United States of America. And honestly, I do really think that cryptos are going to be pumping on this news. This is so far not confirmed whatsoever, but this is at least the expectation from a lot of people and from a lot of news outlets. So the Crypto White House Summit is coming later today here, where Trump will be also speaking on this event. And yeah, he's probably going to be outlining and making everything clear, because I do have the feeling that a lot of people don't really understand what this strategic and this national stockpile of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are exactly right now here. So also another statement came in this morning from Cynthia Lummis, and she is stating that the strategic reserve is only the beginning. And yeah, that we have to stay tuned for much more here. So this is a quick breakdown of the very important news we got here. While this happened, of course, the dollar index dropped even more, and ultimately that is a very great thing for Bitcoin. Then on the ETF, we did saw some outflows again for yesterday, but I do expect that today potentially is going to be a little bit different. The market hasn't really reacted so heavily towards it. Actually, whenever the news came out here, we did saw a dump here, because I do believe that a lot of people don't really understand what exactly this news right now means here. So yeah, that is why I clarified it ever so slightly. We're going to get literally a strategy from the Treasury Department in approximately 30 days here on how they're going to be acquiring more Bitcoin for the strategic reserve in a tax-friendly way here. So I don't expect they're going to be accumulating trillions of dollars, but yeah, it is going to be very interesting what the strategy is going to be like, and that, of course, is going to cause some major volatility as well here. But this is literally sending shockwaves around the world, and yeah, now other countries do have to start to follow the United States of America, which also potentially start to accumulate Bitcoin, because United States of America already holds 200,000 Bitcoins, but other countries maybe don't hold anything, and they have to start to accumulate. So ultimately, it's a super great development which we're seeing right now here. We're taking baby steps here, baby steps towards the upside, but ultimately, especially on the long term, guys, this is once again a very long term thing here. Bitcoin is gonna go much higher, and that is why I always want to be saying, if you're gonna be investing in Bitcoin, I'm not a financial advisor, but Bitcoin is the best investment if you do it over the long term, and I do really believe that the long term dividends are definitely gonna be paying out here. Right now, on the imminent short term, however, of course, today is the day of the White House summit. It's gonna be extremely volatile. Like I stated earlier, I am going to be doing a live stream. You can find this live stream here on my page if you go to live. I will be doing so later today. It's in maybe like 14 hours from now on. It's still very late from here on. I'm going to be doing this White House Summit live stream. I'm going to be discussing all the news, what is going to be happening live. I'm going to cover the charts. I'm going to be doing deep dives in towards everything. So yeah, make sure to check that out here. It's definitely going to be worth it. Watch that stream here. Then right now, of course, on Bitcoin, we're seeing on the 4-hourly time frame, we're creating a major symmetrical triangle, and we're just waiting before that next breakout is going to be hitting the markets. And really, for Bitcoin, if you're looking at the daily time frame, we're just squeezing up ever so slightly. Honestly, I really do like this consolidation phase where we're creating higher lows with major wicks on the lower side. Ultimately, that is a very strong signal which we are getting sent right now from the market. Also, guys, if you did copy my trading strategy, you must have made a lot of profit. Now I've also set up a new trading bot here on Ethereum. I mean, this bot is only just getting started. I'm accumulating Ethereum to all the way down to $1,800, and I'm going to be distributing it all the way up to $2,550. So yeah, honestly, if you're interested in once again also copying my strategies on how I set up these trading bots here, guys, I will leave a link towards that in the description of today's video. My crypto trading strategy on Bitcoin is doing very well here. It is officially locked in 1.5k in profit and $3,000 in unrealized profit. So it is doing very well here. And you can see that we're slowly gaining up some gains here. And that is, of course, why I do like AI trading, guys. These bots are really doing the most of the work here. And yeah, like you can see over here on my Bitcoin strategy, on the last 24 hours, I accumulated 430 levels. And since, of course, I started using this bot, it was like 1,214 levels. So it's an insane strategy here, which allows you really to maximize the profits, especially once there's so much volatility in the market. So if you're interested in that, check it out in the link description of today's video. If you deposit $100, you get a free $100 in your Futures Grid account here. So yeah, really make sure to check it out here in the link description of today's video. Further on, I do want to be discussing some facts that the dollar index is heavily dumping right now here, and historically during Trump's terms, the dollar index tends to drop quite heavily. And of course, if the dollar drops, it is ultimately a very bullish thing for Bitcoin and crypto. Also, the M2 Global Liquidity Index is rising very quickly, and ultimately that will be sending crypto and all other assets much higher as there's going to be more liquidity worldwide here. So you can see the liquidity index. We're starting to be breaking the downtrend. We're starting to be breaking the trend line. And ultimately, if there's going to be more liquidity worldwide, we are going to see higher prices in all assets. And honestly, I do really think that this is going to be the last move towards the upside before we're probably going to be hit with a more bigger bear market in crypto. So yeah, honestly, I'm going to be maximizing this move towards the upside. I do want to be still pointing out here that later today in the White House Crypto Summit, we're probably going to see some announcements as well on Ethereum, etc., etc. And yeah, since his company has been accumulating so much Ethereum, I am also expecting somewhat of a strategy around Ethereum. What he's going to be doing with that here. But his company is still accumulating altcoins. Bitcoin and Ethereum. And this was, of course, yesterday. So, yeah, with Ethereum right now at such an interesting level, it's once again all the way down towards my support zone. Literally, this is around my entry price here. And I am still accumulating more and bigger positions on Ethereum. And yeah, I honestly do think we could be in for a major bounce towards the upside. From this side of the range to the top side, it will be like a 90% move. And I am expecting such kind of a very strong move back towards the upside. So this is it for me in today's update video. I truly hope you did learn something from it. If you did so, don't forget to slap on that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys tonight on the live stream on the Crypto White House Summit. So thank you so much for watching and see you guys tonight. Peace out. Goodbye.